Just 1 second more, please. All right, I think we're good. Sometimes I just have to mute myself on YouTube because otherwise my voice keeps, you keep hearing me here and on YouTube. So I don't know, whatever that happens. But all right, so welcome everybody to Bezerra Spiritual Healing Center. This is another beautiful sunny Sunday, which I hope everybody is feeling this. All right, I think we're good. Oh, sometimes I just have to mute myself on YouTube because otherwise my. There you go. Okay. So again, welcome everybody. Welcome to Bezerra Spiritual Healing Center. We are part of a non-denominational organization, and we respect all religions, all spiritual traditions. But we are also part of the United States Spiritist Federation. So here we study the Spiritism according to Allan Kardec and all the other amazing spirits on high through the mediumship of incredible mediums. And we are going to do this study today, and soon I will share with you how this work happens. But before I explain that, I would just ask our friend Charles to do our opening prayer. Please, Charles, take it over.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. It's a beautiful sunny day again. I'd like to invite you to join me on this moment where we connect with each other, elevating our thoughts to reach out to the highest most in this initial prayer. Divine Creator that is in all the universe, you are the supreme intelligence, first cause of all things. May wisdom come, may wisdom and love kingdom manifest through our own realizations. May your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. Forgive our offenses as we forgive those who offend us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. With that, we ask for your permission, our mentors, our personal spiritual guides, to assist us in this moment where we get together for another day of learning and study. So we appreciate and we ask for your permission to start our service today. So be it.
And so it is. Thank you, Charles, for this beautiful prayer. All right, everyone. So again, thank you, Charles. As I was mentioning, BSH is a member of the United States Spiritist Federation, and our spiritual beliefs are based around scientific, philosophical, and religious principles of Spiritism. And as Emmanuel, the spirit mentor of Chico Xavier, taught us, knowledge and love are the wings for our spiritual evolution. And that's the reason why the service is divided into two parts. The first, we always have someone speaking, sharing the findings from remarkable and qualified mediums and spirits. It is really important that you participate, since your mentor is already supporting you and your needs while you're hearing from the speaker. So we always encourage the active listening, always taking your notes, so then you can carry and work with these reflections along the week and sustain the energy that you are definitely receiving while you're here in the center. You will see that the second part is our hands-on healing. We will have passes where your mentor will be working with BSH mediums and the manufacturers of the good for you to receive the healing energy that you are in need. So I am going to share the screen now so you can see all the opportunities that we have to be together along this week. So hopefully you can all see my screen. And here you see that every day from Monday to Sunday, we have a daily prayer. So every day, 6 p.m. Pacific time, we get together and we do for 15-20 minutes a prayer. And let us always remember that it is in giving that we receive. So come join us So then you can not only vibrate to the universe, which is very much in need, but also to receive that blessed energy. On Monday, we have an internal service only for the workers of BSH, where we do the healing services. And if you or someone who you love is in need, feel free to share the full name of this person, and he or she is in need of spiritual or physical treatment. We'll be happy to work with that person. We always encourage you to tell the person so then he or she can stay in tune during the treatment. So if it's you, just make sure that you read the gospel or you meditate or you just stay calm from 6:30 to 8:30, which is the time that we do the service. Now, if you are interested in learning more about mediumship, feel free to join us from 6:30 to 7:30, which is the first part of the service where we are always discussing and learning something together. Then on Tuesday, we have initiation to Spiritism with Teresinha de Oliveira. Teresinha de Oliveira is the author of the book that is being read at the Divine Light group. So everybody's welcome to join. And as we always say, even if you are an advanced student on Spiritism, it's always great for us to be together. We are always learning something new. And if it's something that you feel like you can share your perspective, we are always open to that. So please feel free to join us. It's in the same link that you join the service today. On Wednesdays, we have fraternal assistance, and this is a time for you to vent, to share, to discuss something that is going on. If you're in doubt, if you want to ask something, just make sure to let us know what time you need. If it's not specifically in this time and you need any other time, we will be happy to assign a medium to discuss with you, to talk with you, or even to pray together. So this is a time for you. And we have just started a new book study, a book called Heaven and Hell, written by Allan Kardec. It just started at the end of May. It's an incredible book, very technical. Everybody's welcome to join us, and we study together. On Thursdays, 6:30 to 7:30, we do the studying of the amazing book called Living Spring, written by Emmanuel, the mentor, and Chico Xavier, the medium holosacrographic. And every second Thursday of each month, we try to be in person for the study. Times are a bit hectic right now. So if you are in the Sacramento area and you are interested, please let us know. And then the next time that we are together, we'll make sure to let you know. And then on Sundays, we have this moment where we get together. And then on 6:30 to 7:30, we also studied the book No Solar, which is also from written by Chico Xavier with guidance from André Luiz, or the opposite. André Luiz was the author psychographic by Chico Xavier. And this is also a book study that started beginning of May, but everybody's welcome to join. It's something that is really easy to pick up. If you ever have questions, or if you need more information, please make sure to go to our website, bshcenter.org, and you have all the information in there. All right. So today we will be hearing from our dear sister Sunshine, and she will be speaking about "You Are the Light." And I am not going to introduce her, but just wanted to let you all know that she is a dear friend of ours, been working with us for a long, long time. And she also has the Divine Center Spiritist Center, which you can also join and participate in many studies. So, sister, thank you so much for being here. It's always a pleasure to listen to you, and please take it over.
Thank you, dear Kiki, and thank you, everyone, for your kindness. So today we're going to look to Emmanuel for our guidance, and it comes from the book Living Spring. And the chapter is entitled, You Are the Light. And I'm going to share the screen. So just give me a moment, please. All right, I'm expecting that you guys see the picture, correct?
Yeah, see that, yeah.
I'm just going to move everything over here. All right, so Living Spring, psychographed by Chico Xavier, and it is from our dear spirit, Emmanuel. And it is a short chapter, so I would like for someone who is willing to read it. It's only this page and a little bit more, and then let's talk about it. So let's see, is someone willing to read the screen?
I can do it.
Okay, dear sister, thank you.
So you are the light. You are the light of the world, Jesus, according to Matthew 5:14. When Christ told his disciples that they were the light of the world, he conferred a tremendous responsibility on them. The mission of light is to illuminate roads, scatter darkness, and save lives. A mission that is invariably carried out at the cost of the food that feeds it. The candle flame burns the liquefied wax of the wick. The electric light consumes power from the substantial. And light, whether from the sun or from the candelabra, is always a message of security, discernment, comfort, and joy for those upon whom they shine. Therefore, we are to grasp Christ's lessons and are interested in following him, then we must be willing to donate our energies to the ongoing activity of the good, so that the good news may shine on the pathway of redemption for all. Christians that do not have a spirit of selflessness are like a dead torch in the sanctuary of the gospel. Let us seek the Lord, offering the best of ourselves to others. Let us follow him, helping others indiscriminately. Let us not get entangled in conflicts or pointless inquiries. You are the light of the world. Our Master has exhorted us, and the light does not argue, but clarifies, aids, helps, and illuminates.
Thank you so much, dear Kiki. It's a beautiful message. It is actually a message that almost we don't need more. But of course, it's a challenge to really live it. We all have heard it before. The mind says, okay, what else is new? It's not so interesting. And yet, where the rubber meets the road, are we really, every breath of our way, every thought, every day, are we living this truth, this guidance, this clarity that Emmanuel brings to us? So let us go back and let us take it apart a little bit. So in John 8:12, Jesus teaches us that I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. Right there, we know all what darkness means. It might be physical pain. It might be emotional, mental confusion or pain. However, if we turn to our older brother, Jesus, and we remember that he's the light of the world, which means we have the capacity, we are the light of the world as well. As long as we follow Jesus and the Christ consciousness, we won't be lost. Our pain won't turn into suffering. Then in Matthew 5:14, we hear, you are the light of the world again by Jesus. So what does that mean? And here is one interpretation that comes pretty close to those I found all around. This section describes the essential role Jesus's disciples and followers serve on the earth. It's our essential role. We are the salt of the earth and the light of the world, as long as we walk in the Christ consciousness. We are the salt of the earth and the light of the world. These metaphors represent the impact Christians are meant to have in the world. Now, we could replace Christians and open it up further, because we don't have to be Christians in order to live this truth. We could follow any faith. And when we really look deeper, I want to venture to say, the truth is just that. All the faiths essentially come to that as well. But this is our responsibility. This is the impact we have on the world, as long as we live the truth that we are the light of the world, as long as we are embracing the Christ consciousness. Now, what does salt of the earth mean? It means we have the Christ consciousness incorporated, which means we're breathing it, we're feeling it, our thoughts are infused by it. Our words and actions are emanating it. And now let us break it further down to understand more what Christ consciousness means and how we can actually practice it. So, to be the light of the world is a tremendous responsibility. Emmanuel opens the chapter with that. And for this to sink in, I'd like all of us to just take a deep inhale, to feel this responsibility that was given to us. It's a gift. And we may ponder at this very moment or later on, am I fulfilling this responsibility? It is beautiful because we do the nightly review, as St. Augustine recommended to us. And this is one item, if not one of the most important items, that we can run our daily activities, thoughts, and words through. Am I fulfilling the responsibility to be the light of the world? The mission of the light is what? Emmanuel helps us out. He says the mission is to illuminate the roads, the darkness, and it is to save lives. Now, what is the road? It is our life path. And it's not only our life path, because we're here to serve, we can also help to illuminate the paths of others. So light, we know it when we switch the light on at night, brings clarity. We see better. We see more clearly. It illuminates our life paths and those of others. It takes away the darkness. And it can save lives, because those who are toiling with suicide, for example, direct or indirect, are not seeing the light or have not embraced being the light, or haven't become conscious of the fact that they are actually, that we are all the light. Light is a message of security, discernment, comfort, and joy. Emmanuel brings these concepts to us. So again, that we can feel them. When we are in the light, if we feel at peace, we know we're at the right place at the right moment, even if we are in pain in one form or the other. We know that we are secure. We are in the arms of the divine. Light helps us to be more discerning, to live the golden rule, to know what is good and what is not so good, to live charity. Light gives us comfort, it's peace. We're feeling whole. And with peace in our minds, in our emotions, often comes a feeling of physical well-being. And the light gives us joy. When we're not worried and not concerned about our own troubles or those of the world, let's leave it at that, we feel joyful. And if we're in the present moment, connecting to our breath, living the Christ consciousness, there is actually only joy. There is no fear. There's only love. It is when we start engaging in the mind and disconnect from this current moment, our joy may go away. But the message of light is security, discernment, comfort, and joy. Emmanuel tells us in this chapter. Now, in order for us to feel Christ's lesson, to really truly grasp it in body, mind, and spirit, we understand that it is a message of selflessness, of humility. We need to step out of our own little realm, so to speak, in order for us to be the light, to let it shine. We cannot selfishly keep it to us. Even if we feel completely in the light, we are here to be selflessly showing up for our brothers and sisters, to donate our energies for the good. And we so well know by giving, we receive. We've learned for years from the spirits on high that it is when we feel down, if we don't feel loved, that we are invited to go out to love, because by giving, we receive. It is almost like a test. Whatever I'm feeling that is not aligned with the light is exactly what I'm invited to give to my brothers and sisters. And we are also reminded of Allan Kardec, who said very clearly, who taught us very clearly, that there is no salvation without charity. It is so pivotal. It's at the core of the religious arms of Spiritism, to understand that there is no salvation without charity. And what is charity? We all know almsgiving, and that's very important. And there is another layer that many of us struggle even more so with, and that is the moral charity. It is defined by the spirits on high in the Spirits book by being indulgent with our brothers and sisters, being indulgent. Again, it is not a mental concept. It is practicing it. It is feeling it, making it our consciousness. It is forgiveness for ourselves and others. And it is, of course, seeing the good in everything and everyone. Seeing the good in everything, without exceptions, and everyone. Now, all of this, again, is lifetimes, right? So we were busy with those messages. And it is so wonderful to have as the mind wants to say, the simplicity of this message come back as a reminder. So now we have the invitation to one more time allow it to become more one with us. So we can be the light, the Christ consciousness in our being. So our invitation is to seek the Lord by offering the best of ourselves. We're seeking the Lord, the light. The Lord is the light. We're seeking the light, and we're offering the best of ourselves as a result. We're letting our light shine so that everyone can be touched by it. And we're invited to follow the light, God, Jesus, and by helping others indiscriminately. That is our practice. We're seeking the Lord once we are imbuing the Christ consciousness. The following is the daily practice. It is helping others indiscriminately. We just heard the definition of charity, and we were just reminded that there is no salvation without charity. It's as simple as that. The message is loud and clear. And let us stay clear of conflicts. Emmanuel, this is all Emmanuel speaking. Let us stay clear of conflicts. And if we look outside into the world, what are we seeing, right? Nothing but, I want to say. So it starts with us. We can't rearrange the outside. Emmanuel also in the book Light Ahead tells us that the revolution is a spiritual revolution on this planet and in general. And the spiritual revolution is from the inside out. It starts with us. The other day, I posted this meme on Divine Light on the WhatsApp group. There were two windows with two people in those windows. And one window said, I want to change. And the other window said, I want change. Guess where everyone was lined up? At the window that says, I want change. But nobody wants to change, right? But that is where it starts with us. We want to change. We need to want to change, to see the change outside. And that means staying clear of conflicts, to not take sides. Because the minute we take sides, we're already in conflict with the other side. And there will always be other sides as long as the planet Earth and our consciousness is in duality. So now how can we let our light shine? So for that, we go to John 8:12 as an inspiration. And that is the reminder that our fuel is Jesus Christ. That is the consciousness. That's our fuel. It's like a gas station. If we're in doubt, if we're faltering, if we're losing the light, let us go back to the teachings. Let us go back to the love that Jesus brought to this planet, which is the light. Then in Emmanuel, Thought and Life, chapter 5, Emmanuel says, it is he, the divine master, who is our sublime guiding light. In the Spirit's book, Spirits on High tell us that Jesus is our guide and model. So it goes hand in hand. And then again in Thought and Life, chapter 4, we hear 2 wings are needed for the human spirit to ascend to God, which really means to let our light shine, to walk in Christ consciousness. And what are these 2 wings? And Kiki said it earlier, and we always say it in our introduction to our Sunday morning meetings. Those 2 wings, and we know a bird can only fly when 2 wings are equally strongly developed. One is wisdom, which is knowledge, which represents our studying, understanding, to get the bigger picture, to know what Jesus brought to us on this planet and more, and then putting it into practice through love. And that allows us to let our light shine, to walk the path, to walk the talk, to walk the teachings. So we need these 2 wings, and they need to be equally strong. And then in Viña de Luz, which is a book that has, as I believe, not been translated yet, in chapter 159 and 55, we hear from Emmanuel again, let the light of the gospel shine through our words. So the gospel therapy is something that we learned in the forgiveness book that we studied at Divine Light. It is a therapy. The gospel is our therapy. It is helping us to let the light shine through our words. And our words are the result of what? Our thoughts, our feelings. So it starts right there. That is the wing of love. So these are the how. How can we do it? The practical application, some guidance. There's more. This is just one little aspect that may help us. So we are the light of the earth. You are the light of the earth. And the light does not argue, Emmanuel says. The light does not argue, right? We are invited to stay away from conflict. And this is so pertinent. It seems more important today than ever for us, this message, because we know where we are in the world, right? And we have elections this year in this country. So we are invited to stay out of the bifurcation, out of the conflict, out of the taking sides. And by that, we're already in conflict with the other side. But let us focus on doing the good, on seeing the light, practicing the moral charity, seeing the good in everything and everyone, in both sides, in all the sides. And let us not engage into warfare, starting with our own thoughts and feelings. So the light does not argue. So when we are we're living the Christ consciousness, we don't argue any longer. So what does the light do then? It clarifies, it helps, it illuminates. And in Light Ahead, chapter 49, so the first 3, the clarification, the helping, and the illumination that the light does comes from our chapter that we're talking about in Living Spring. And then in Light Ahead, which is also a book by Emmanuel and other spirits, in chapter 49, we also hear that the light gives without demanding. And here we come back to the charity. We don't need to be, we give. We give for the giving's sake. And the light sows renewed hope. Remember at the beginning, Emmanuel taught us that it can save light. Light can save life. So that is helping others to see, to instill hope in their lives again. Because only those who have given up on hope, who don't see the past, they are in darkness, they will toil with putting an end to their physical life. So the light clarifies, it helps, it illuminates, it gives without demanding, and it sows renewed hope. The light does not discriminate. The light does not argue. So let's take a deep breath. It's not much mental information, and yet let us really allow it to sink in. Because we have, every second of each day, we have the invitation to argue and discriminate, right? Just by judging our judgments. So this was all from Emmanuel, but there's also Joanna de Angelis, and she comes through Divaldo Franco. And there's this little book, Happy Life, and we all know it, chapter 128. And there she says, there is a sun shining within you. We all have that sun shining within us. And what is this sun? It is Christ's presence in our hearts. It is the love that we all are. Don't even have to say we have love. We are love. We just need to let it shine. It's here. It's in us. With love as its fuel. Remember, the word fuel was mentioned by Emmanuel as well. With love as its fuel, your light, our light, will shine ever brighter, radiating its blessings in all directions. It can just be, it only has to be a smile. A kind thought, even if we don't leave the house for whatever reason, we can send light and love and integrating non-judgmental thoughts into the world. May your light shine far and wide. So it's a simple message, and yet it is profound. And this marks the end of my words, putting words to the teachings, and I have one more little piece. And that is a song. That is a song that speaks about you are the light, and I'm going to play it, and you're invited to sing along, however, with your mics closed. So please make sure you're muted, because we know what that could end up with. But it is just a happy song, and I hope it will help us further to feel this beautiful encouragement, this beautiful message that Emmanuel and Joanna de Angelis, and of course Jesus and God and all the good spirits are giving. So I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to share the new part. So just hang on for one moment, please.
Sister, you remember how to share the system sound, right?
Yeah. So hopefully it works out. And please let me know. I won't ask if I don't hear anything. I assume it's okay. If not, we'll change it. Okay? All right.
Perfect.
And I do hope I'm not a subscriber to YouTube, that no commercial will erupt, but we don't know. So we'll see. Okay, so I think I didn't see what you just mentioned. Why? Share screen.
You go on share screen,
Yeah.
and then it should be, you find it?
Okay.
Let your light shine, 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 for Jesus all the time, time, time. Walk in the light, beautiful light of His love. Let your voices praise, praise, praise. Let your love for Jesus raise. Walk in the light, beautiful light of His love. Come to the light, heavenly light. Jesus is the light of the world.
Shine every day, let your spirit say, Jesus is the light of the world.
Come to the one, Lord
Oh, that was so beautiful, sister.
Inspiration? Shop fries for
Oh,
over
see, here we go.
30,000 now.
Oh my gosh, sister, it was so uplifting. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sister. Uh, well, when you said it's something that we all read, and sometimes we just feel like, yeah, of course, there is not much to reflect, but there is so much to reflect. This is exactly the basics of everything, and it's so funny that sometimes it's hard, right? Like it is hard, as you said, lifetime by lifetime, but it is really uplifting to see, and to see that we can be that. Like we do have the resources within to do that, to transform ourselves, and then to see that transforming our surroundings. And I was reflecting earlier today, and a thought came into my mind about if I wasn't afraid of death. And one of the things that I was thinking about, and it was interesting because it was somehow linked with your speech. And then the reflection was about the death is going to take us where our conscience is, right? And somehow we are familiar with wherever our conscience takes us. So it might not be comfortable, but if we really want to change, exactly what you were saying, if we really want to change, we can do that, and we can be the light because we are endowed with everything that we need for that, for the security. So it's really beautiful, sister. Thank you so much. Also for reminding us to be that hope, to be that security that we always looking for. And yes, I mean, I don't have questions. It's just like a lot of reflections and reinforcements about the things that you said. Thank you so much.
But you said it, when we feel hopeless, dark, then let's go out and let our light shine. Try to give hope, right? Going out in that. Yeah. And that's hard because when we're feeling down, we don't want to leave. We want to be down, right? But we know the teaching. So all we have to do is garner that willpower and do it.
And you know that one of the best resources is to do the charity, because when we do that, I mean, we can still be on our, like on our shell, because we feel like getting closer to us, but that's exactly when we see like it is in giving that we receive. So doing the charity is always a good way out of the darkness that we put ourselves.
Yes.
Not only that, the benefit of doing charity, you never know when you're going to need that extra gift from God,
Yeah.
whether this life, next life, or afterlife. We just never know. So it's always good to have merits in the bank, put it that way. And I say, I think the life we're on, this road that we're on is about our journey. And shedding light on the darkness, on those dark days. We all have had questions. Why me? Why this? I don't understand it. But the blessing is that all our answers are actually here, regardless to what it is that we're going through. And I think that has really been a huge blessing for me, is to know the reason for the different things that have happened in our lives. And I mean, in my life, in my family. And I was talking to somebody this morning who's going through a death in the family, and they didn't get it, why all of a sudden some family members are turning up. I said, because that's when their immortality starts to light up, who they are, how long they going to be here. I said, and this is the time where they start asking questions to God, and that's their journey. They have to figure that out. But it happens with everybody that doesn't work on it, or isn't working on it. Even some that do. They can't accept when a member has to leave or it's time for them to go. That's when a lot of people think they own it, they own that person, or you can't live without that person. I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, but our answers are here. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Sunshine.
Yeah, thanks, Gina. Gina.
I do want to put a question out there for people to answer. For those who are really struggling, that for those who are trying to get out of that darkness and they feel like they can't, which are the tips that we have for them to like overcome that? It's a question for anyone to answer.
Thank you, Sunshine, for this beautiful presentation. That was very nice, and especially the song. The song was going through me and bring myself to movement. My old person was moving like a young man, and I was had a rhythmic movement, and I could see the light that was so light, like a paper that could move in the air, and that was so beautiful. And, for seeing the light in ourselves and overcome the darkness, we don't need to do anything. We need to grow in love. As you said, that two-wing light, love and wisdom. When we don't have this, we don't have the wing to fly. And this song was like the wing to came to me and brought me to movement to fly, go higher. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome, Austin. Thank you so much for your words. Yes, you're so right. Kiki, what comes up for me is like a couple of times it was not someone who was really wanting to put an end to their life. It wasn't on that level, but they were in a pretty heavy situation. And both times what has helped was I was with them. So I was able, one was on the phone, one was in person. So if that doesn't exist, I would say prayer primarily. But if you can talk to them, to allow them to just tell you everything that's in them, so it comes out into the light, literally. Because, we hold it here and it's darker than when there is a healing effect and purging. And then for me to just be present and giving empathy, to give them understanding. That doesn't mean I agree, but I understand how it feels, and just, tell me more, And then once they're really done, often tears come, and then I would just hug, because what can you do? Anyway, so that has always led to a transformation. And later on, when they transitioned out of that phase, they said they just felt so much lighter just by that. But I'm sure there's more, but that's just what comes up for me. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree. Listening and letting them vent, if you will, because that's very, very important. And if they have any questions that are related to spirituality, if they have a question, then you can answer. But there's not much really you can throw at them. They need to come to you for those answers. Those questions. So, so the only thing you can do is listen and be patient. Because if they came once, they possibly will come again. And maybe another door will be open to give them something. Who knows? I think that's very important. My family, nobody has come to me except one. But I've invited him to come to our service. I've invited him to come listen to some of the books. And he tells me what's happening to him. He's aware of the spirits around him. I gave him the gospel. I gave him the spirits book. I said, you must read this out loud. You need to come. I put a name down on the spirit. Gina, they went away. They're back again. I said, you must do your work. It's not a free for all. You got to work at this, and here we are. But, if he comes to me, I can give. Otherwise, you open that door. That's all you can do, you know? So anyway, thanks for that, Kiki. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. It's like being a heart with 2 ears. Not a mind with 2 ears, but a heart with 2 ears.
Thank you. If I can add to that, I think that being close to nature is also something that always helps because it helps us release. So if the person is not ready to talk, because sometimes it's hard and you cannot even, like verbalize the pain, but you're really willing to change, you're really willing to get rid out of the pain, nature always help. And the other thing that I'm also thinking about is to grab a glass of water and ask for God and the spirits to bless that, to help us wash or to physically wash that pain away. So take a deep breath, hold it, think about, like grabbing all the pieces that are bad and release it, and then drink the water to wash it away is also something that can help, right?
Beautiful. Yeah. Take that in. Thank you, Kiki.
Sure. Thank you. All right. Do we have more questions, more comments to share? And I took notes. I'm going to share later.
So thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you, sister. This is really beautiful.
Yeah.
Question: what this song can come to the YouTube or anywhere that I can send to my friends too? Sunshine?
Yes, I'll post it on the Divine Light, and I can also post it on BSH. So I'll post it on both pages, the link for it. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And I will also send you, Mohsen, the link for the speech, so then your friends can also listen to the lecture.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Very helpful, because right now there is a camera that can take the picture of our light, light of whole body and the organs, everything. That is, science shows that is true. That's not only some talk, some words. It came out from the words that we cannot say is not so. And I don't have it. We have that, but that is a light that can be a small bulb or a great that can light it everywhere, like the sunshine. That is the difference. But there is there. Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you. All right, everybody. So thank you so much for your participation. I am going to stop the live stream. We will take 2 minutes break. And then we will come back for us to do the healing part. So thank you